What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. All right, so we have two new uniforms here, and it is for the Fantastic Four. So it looks like we're finally getting some love for them. We've got Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic first up on the list here. They both got their tier 4s as well, so two tier 4s. And we do have two new characters as well. So we have their kids that are now being added to the game. They are through some new missions or event things, story missions, whatever they are, to get the characters. So that's how you get their biometrics. But we'll start off with Sue here because she's first on the list. So we have the Fall of the Fantastic Four uniform for Invisible Woman here. So we got the red look going for her. So yeah, let's see what kind of buffs they get if they're going to be more usable now. So it changes both of her passive, or actually no, her passive and her leadership, I think that is. And then we've got when debuffed, apply to all allies, remove debuffs for 12 seconds, and immunity to debuffs for 12 seconds, and it's on a 20-second cooldown. So a nice full team cleanse there for debuffs, and it's going to be up for most of the time. 12 seconds on a 20-second cooldown, so it's up for like 60% of the time. So that's pretty nice. I do like my debuff removal, especially when I'm facing the ever so annoying blade twisters. All right, so got all the skill changes here. Yeah, so everything is getting changed. Well, I mean, kind of changed. Like, this is probably just an animation change. I don't think there's any actual change to the text here, and the buffs, those should all be about the same. I mean, there might be a 5% increase somewhere, but they usually never change the awakening skills. So I kind of doubt it. All right, so the pass. Oh, wait, we didn't check the uniform. Or, no, we did check the uniform effect. I was thinking there was more to it. The passive here. Oh, that's why, because here we have on the passive increased guaranteed dodge by 30% and skill damage by 40, bonus damage by 40, and then reduce damage received by 40%. Because her uniform effect, I remember before, used to give her guaranteed dodge, but she doesn't have that anymore. Now it's moved over to her passive here. So she still has it, and it's a higher value because it was only 20% before. So now she has 30% guaranteed dodge. And her damage reduction there, that 40%, used to be linked to her being invisible. So you had to be invisible to get that damage reduction. Now she's just getting it unconditional. So that's nice. A little bit more survivability for her. All right, so 4-star passive is going to be a barrier that goes to all allies. Interesting. One hit, apply to all allies, a barrier for 1 hit for 2 seconds. And it's on a 5-second cooldown. So every 5 seconds when you get hit, you're going to get a barrier that will nullify the next hit. And then for her, she's going to get invisibility and ignore targeting. Ooh, I don't remember her having the ignore targeting before. That's actually pretty nice. So she goes invisible and she ignores targeting. It is only 2 seconds, so you'll just be able to get like 1 skill in during that time. But, I mean, still pretty nice. And it is on a 5-second cooldown, so technically you just wait 3 more seconds. Then when you hit again, boom, you can go back to ignore targeting. All right, so leadership. So leadership definitely has changed. So all allies 45% energy attack. Before it used to be that debuff removal leadership, I kind of remember. So it used to be the remove debuffs. So much better leadership because she's removing debuffs now just passively with her uniform. And now the first skill, got nothing there. Second skill, nothing there. Third skill, okay, here we go. Accumulate 10% of pure damage when attacking. Perfect. 1% for 1% of pure damage. So we have 100% damage buff there. Fourth skill, we have 80% chance to penetrate, looks like everything. Yeah, it's penetrate everything. And then we have super armor. Increase all defense by 40%. We have damage immunity for 5 seconds, and then we've got a all attack boost by 30%. So a lot of stuff going on with the fourth skill, so that's quite nice. I definitely like that super armor. Yeah, the super armor is pretty nice. All right, so fifth skill, we have a 30% heal, 3 seconds of invincibility, attack and defense boost by 45%, 5% speed, and 35% crit rate. Yeah, lots of buffs going on here, so hopefully this is going to make her a lot better. I mean, she also has access, of course, to tier 4, which means level 80. So even if you don't get her to tier 4, just get her to level 80. I expect her to get a massive damage buff, even if you're using the old uniform. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop in and see what the skill animations look like for this new uniform. I do kind of have her built up. I don't know really enough to test her. I have a CTP of destruction on her, if I remember correctly. All right, so first skill. Okay, just a little punch there. We need to turn this off. Second skill. Okay, I got a little bit more going on with the second skill there. Boom. Boom. Okay, third skill. Oh, pretty nice. Oh, she's still got the charm effect going on. I forgot that she had that. So that's going to give her the accumulation there. And then the fourth skill. Ooh, very nice. Got the kind of a vortex going on. Nice animation. And then the fifth skill. Yep, she makes her bubble there. And a big explosion. Okay, so what can we cancel? So third skill gives us the accumulation. So we probably want to start with that. So we might want to do like 3, 5, and then 4. I think I like 3, 5, 4. It looks like that canceled pretty nice. 3, 5, 4. Yeah, because we still get the effect from the third skill. Okay, I would think that that would be her rotation. Does it look damage proc friendly? 3, 5, 4. If you go quick enough, maybe, but the third skill starts off pretty quick when you're going into the fifth skill, so I don't think my destruction on her is going to work too well, but we could try. Awakening skill. Yeah, so I pretty much just changed the other Fantastic Four to be in their other uniforms, it looks like. I don't think there's any other really changes to that. Maybe some of like the coloration or something, but it doesn't look any different. Okay, so that is going to be her. Oh, actually, I guess we should double check. What do they think? Yeah, 3, 5, 4. That's kind of what I thought. Instant canceling. Yeah, you can pretty much instant cancel with that. Okay. And usually I was canceling, yeah, the awakening skill. How quickly do you cancel that? Yeah, you can pretty much instant cancel. Okay. So that is Invisible Woman there. So let's double check really quick. Like I said, I think I only had the CTB of Destruction on her. I used to have energy on her, but I remember unequipped it at one point when I just wasn't using her anymore. Wait, I think I blew past her. There she is. So I've got a few Urus on her. Leveled up a couple of the skills. Over Angry Hulk, don't have that on there. Yeah, CTB of Destruction. And then the uniform. Okay, well, I'm curious enough. Let's just go ahead and buy this and test her out real quick. Just do like a quick test in World Boss. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm loading up real quick with just my showcase team that I use here. So we do King, stage 9 with some dodge ignore strikers, because she is still level 70. So keep in mind, I do not have her at level 80. This is just with her new uniform. And it's with a CTB of Destruction, so if the proc is off, then her damage is probably going to look really bad. So let's see, hopefully see what we can do here. So we should have hit the proc there, actually. That did not look too great. Alright, so let's do... That time we missed the proc, but we have our awakening skill giving us a buff. I mean, not great, but I don't think... Okay, there we go. We hit the proc definitely that time. And that was... Okay, we missed the proc that time. Yeah, so she does like 60% of a bar when we miss the proc, and then when we hit the proc, it seems like we do like a bar and a half, I think. But again, this is level 70, so I shouldn't be too critical. Okay, there we go. So with the awakening skill and the proc actually landing, then she looks like she does like 2.5 bars, maybe 3 there. So that's definitely a lot better. I want to get... There we go. Yeah, so it is like a bar and a half for the normal rotation when we actually land it. I mean, not too bad, actually, all things considered, because this is King stage 9, so that damage is actually pretty respectable. But yeah, see, the proc again went off early there, so doesn't seem very damage proc friendly. I don't remember for a previous uniform was damage proc friendly why I switched the energy to destruction instead of just taking the energy off and just giving her like a regular obelisk with the damage proc. I don't remember why I put destruction in particular on her, because yeah, I don't remember if she was super damage proc friendly, but she doesn't seem, I guess, after initial impressions, doesn't seem very damage proc friendly with this uniform. So keep that in mind if you want to build her up and get her to level 80 or tier 4. You might want to give her a CTP of Rage, is probably going to be the only option because she doesn't do elemental damage. You might also be able to get away with a Greed if her damage ends up being good enough at level 80 to kind of, you know, do some of like the middle to maybe slightly above your mid stages for World Boss Legend, but need a little more testing. I'm definitely planning on getting to level 80. I don't know about tier 4, but level 80 will be in the future. We'll see if I give her a CTP of Rage or not. I don't know if I have any extras laying around, but now we're moving on to Mr. Fantastic here. So here we have Mr. Fantastic, again, the fall of the Fantastic Four. So with the red look to it. So let's take a look at the changes to the uniform here. So increase all attack by 40%, super armor, increase all defense by 40%. I believe this is, no, some of it extra. He only had all attack before, I believe. He only had the basic attack increase. He didn't have super armor or the defense, did he? No, yeah, it's just attack. Okay. All right, so uniform effects. Fracture, 40% skill and bonus damage, 25% damage reduction. One hit, heal for 5% HP. That's for 2 seconds, so it's going to proc multiple times, and it's on a 5-second cooldown, so that's nice. We have elasticity, which is the decreased physical damage received by 20%. It can stack one more time to be up to 40%. So once it procs once, if you wait for the 5-second cooldown to finish and you get hit again, then you will have 40% for the remaining 15 seconds, and then it'll go down to 20% again. So we have first skill, okay, second skill, okay, third skill, 40% heal, 40% chance to penetrate, everything there, 100% chance to have damage immunity for 6 seconds, increase all attack by 50%, okay. So a lot of buffs going on there, and a pretty big heal, and it has a counterattack effect, which does the ignore targeting, which, did he have? I think he always had the counterattack, didn't he? I kind of remember him having a counterattack, but I can't remember. Because yeah, I didn't buy this uniform, right? Yeah, no, because I didn't really invest pretty much anything in Mr. Fantastic here. This was my furthest point in working with Mr. Fantastic, was the Future Foundation look here. Okay, so back to the uniform here. So we did the third skill. So fourth skill, 5 seconds of invincibility. We have damage increased by 100% for 1 attack. And then we have a barrier, increase all attack, all defense by 40%, 1% speed on his 5th skill. So, it looks like just a mild increase, or, well, it seems like a little bit of a buff on all of the percentages. So, like, there was probably, I think it was like 20% before, now it's 25%. The all attack there, I don't think it was 50% before, it might have been like 40%. So a few things like that. And he still has his accumulation linked to his tier 3. So you have to use his tier 3 to get his accumulation. So that has not changed. All right, so first skill. Okay, just like a rubber band there. And boom, boom. Okay. A few punches and a kick. Fourth skill. Going crazy there with the noodle arms. And the 5th skill. Oh, pulling out some weaponry. And then he's shooting them. Okay. Alright, so I don't think you could cancel that because of the... Yeah. Okay, so... Can't cancel that either. I think we're just going to cancel the 5th skill. We want to probably do the 4th skill as the damaging skill. So, again, with 3, 5, and 4... Oh, we got to wait for the gunshot. So 3, get the buffs from it, shoot that up, and then go into 4. A lot of stalling there if that's the rotation. Because you can't... Because canceling that doesn't do anything. I don't know. What do they think? Is that the best one? Yeah, 3, 5, 4. Okay. Oh, early. No, cancel it right away. Wait for the gunshot. Go into 4. Yeah, a lot of stalling there. I don't know. I usually like skill rotations like that where you have like a really long delay before you get into like the actual end of the skill rotation. You're just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. We didn't look at the tier 3. Yeah, the tier 3 is still at the end there, so we just do that. What? Reset. Did I hit the wrong button? 3, 5, 4, and then right into the tier 3, which, yeah, looks the same. It's just with the uniform, they have like different colors for like the particle effects or something like that. So that's pretty much why they put that as a actual skill change, but nothing else has really changed with the skill itself. All right, so that is Mr. Fantastic. I don't really like his skill rotation, if I'm being honest. It seems, like I said, too much of a stall. You just feel like you're not really doing anything when you have to kind of wait that long for like the gunshots. And does he get... he does a third skill beforehand. He does not get invincibility with it either. Yeah, so he doesn't get invincibility while doing that. So he can get guard broken right out of the skill anyway, and then you lose all the damage from the 5th skill. Because, yeah, he didn't have super armor or anything built in, and then the 4th skill is what gives him, and the 4th skill is what gives him the invincibility. They kind of have that, they have that backwards. That invincibility needs to be on the 5th or the 3rd skill. Yeah, you could put the invincibility on the 3rd skill and then put that damage immunity onto the 4th skill. I understand that they don't really want your DPS skill to get like canceled out, but the 5th skill seems to be adding a considerable amount of damage with that gunshot, because those beams keep raining down from the sky for it looks like almost the entire duration of the 4th skill. So moving that invincibility to one of these other skills to protect the 5th skill and then have some protection on the 4th skill afterwards would probably be nice. I mean, I don't know. I haven't tried out the uniform actually in World Boss to really say if that will make a difference or not, or if he's actually gonna get guard broken a lot. I just know that a lot of the characters that I use that don't get invincibility really early on in their skill rotation get guard broken very easily, and I find myself getting my skill rotation interrupted a lot. So hopefully that won't happen for him, but I mean, I wasn't very impressed with his skills, so I'm not going to be picking up this uniform. I'll be working on Invisible Woman a little bit, but Mr. Fantastic, I don't know, he just doesn't seem great to me based off these skills here. I mean, maybe he's going to be really good. I mean, of course, he has access to level 80, so that's going to be a huge bump in damage anyway, and tier 4. So, you know, with that combination of stuff, of course, he's going to be able to do some of the higher stages just from his stat standpoint. But the uniform itself, I don't think it's really stacking up too great against other level 80 characters. So if you compare him to like another level 80 character, he seems pretty underwhelming, I would think. But that's just initial impressions here. Let me know if anyone has tried him out in the comment section below. But that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. And of course I will catch you in the next one.